I hope this is better. Whoops, you're not supposed to look at that. That was my YouTube studio page. Hopefully this is better. The audio should be fixed now. Terribly sorry about that. Really poor from my behalf. The announcement is right now gonna happen. Martin Österdahl is sitting there. He's not gonna say anything. At least he didn't yesterday. Much better. Perfect. Yeah, he didn't say anything. And now they're gonna announce qualifiers. As I said previously, I still stick with the 10 that I said earlier today in my video. These are the 10 that I think will go through. However, I think that Netherlands will rank higher than I said before. But anyway, the ones that I think will qualify are Sweden, Belgium, Albania, Estonia, Ukraine, Netherlands, Iceland, Cyprus. What else did I say? Norway, and Poland, of course. Yeah, those are the 10 I'm thinking. Let me know which one you're rooting for. I would be stoked, just like you, Andy, if Portugal get a spot. That would be very positive for me, but I'm skeptical. But I'm hoping, just like you. Okay. Exciting. They of course have the new system as well. They're gonna show 3 countries at once, and then there we go. So either Norway, Estonia, or Iceland are making it. Rooting for Iceland here. Let's get them through straight away. Come on, let's get them through straight away. Let's get them through right away. Iceland. Come on. Norway. Congratulations to Norway, but I'm not a fan. I'm personally not a fan. Oh, that was like one of those where I felt like, could that miss out? Could I stay that optimistic and like get one of my favorites through instead of it? But no, it's already through. Alright. Okay, what's up next? We got Ukraine, Albania, and Poland. I'm expecting all 3 of these to end up going through, you know, in the end. I'm ahead of you, so I won't spoil. I appreciate that. I'm not going to be reading the chat live anyway, so it's not my plan. Albania's through! Yes! I mean, no one's surprised, but still. Wanted it to go through. I'm 2 for 2 with my prediction. 1 for 2 with my preferences, I suppose you'd say. We're getting Albania to the top 5 this year, surely. Let me stay optimistic. I really want Albania to do super well this year. Belgium, Cyprus, or Sweden? I think all 3 of these will go through as well. So, Belgium, Cyprus, Sweden. Red Sebastian's looking very nervous. Kai don't look bothered at all. They know they're going through. Sweden through, yep. There we go. No one is surprised. But still, you know, you gotta get your qualification out of the way. You gotta get to the final if you want to win. Portugal, San Marino, or Iceland. Whoa! This is a big one. None of these are predicted to qualify by the odds. I'm telling you. None of them are. I'm thinking Iceland. The odds haven't predicted any of these. Iceland are through! I'm telling you! I told you! I told you they would make it. I mean, many people did. I'm not gonna sit here and toot my own horn, but I was sure they were going through. And they did. There you see. Sometimes my predictions go through. The odds didn't have them to go through. I'm telling you. And they are through. All of the Nordic countries are already through. Norway, Sweden, and Iceland. We've only got 4 countries going through, and all of them are through. Estonia, Netherlands, and Azerbaijan. My throat is still killing me. I think Estonia and Netherlands are both going through, of course. Who's going through? Netherlands through. Yep. No surprise there. I of course said that they were going to qualify as number 8 in my prediction video. I don't think that's the case anymore. I'd probably move him up to around 5th or 4th from tonight. I think he racked up quite a bunch of points. Cyprus, Croatia... Oh, come on. Cyprus, Croatia, Poland. Let's go, Poland. Need Poland to just go through so I can calm down a little bit. But it's not gonna miss out, surely, you know? Surely not. Poland are through! Yes! Okay. All of the big ones are through except I need Belgium as well. Like those... You know, Albania, Sweden, Poland, and Belgium, those are my 4 favorites. Like big favorites from this semi-final. I really like Portugal as well. But I'm less optimistic about Portugal. There are of course 4 places still to go. And I mean, a lot of the big ones have been announced. I need Belgium to go through now, so then I can calm down. Slovenia, Ukraine, or San Marino? Yeah, it's gonna be Ukraine. I haven't predicted either Slovenia or San Marino to go through, so I'm guessing Ukraine here. San Marino? What? No. What? I predicted them to finish 14th. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. That is a surprise to me. I mean, it's a catchy song, but I did not see that qualifying. No way. Huh. We've got a few surprises this year. Interesting. Estonia, Croatia, or Belgium? I think Croatia's definitely out now. Like, there are not that many places left. Belgium needs to go through. Come on. Estonia through. Yeah, no surprise. How many places do we have left? 2? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So Belgium has to go through. You can't kick out Belgium. There's no way I will accept that. And surely, like, Ukraine is surely qualifying. But then Cyprus missing out? No. One of these are gonna miss out, you know. Portugal, Azerbaijan, or Slovenia? What? I don't get it. So, like, Ukraine... Portugal made it! Oh, why? What? Portugal made it! I'm stoked. But this means that either Belgium or Ukraine will miss out. And Cyprus. Like, I'm so surprised by these results. It's like they're drawing names out of a hat. Croatia and Azerbaijan, there's no chance. Slovenia was of course predicted to go through as well, but I can't believe Belgium missing out. Will Ukraine miss out for the first time though? And Cyprus with all of that ambition. This is... I don't get it. I really don't get it. I can't believe it. Like, if Belgium miss out... Is it just me who thinks it was incredible? Oh, yeah. Alright. This is one of the most surprising qualifiers I've ever seen, I think. And I love that. Like, last year and 2023 mainly, it was just so predictable, with the exception of Georgia, that I thought would win the semi-final and it didn't qualify. I really hope they say Belgium. Like, I can't believe there's no way Belgium's not making it. Ukraine made it. Belgium did not qualify. How off am I? I said Belgium would finish second in the semi-final and arguably challenge for the win of Eurovision. I am the worst predictor in the history of mankind. How is Belgium not here? How is Belgium not here? I'm stoked that Portugal made it. That's super cool. But how did Belgium not make it? Okay, so we got Norway going through here. I don't want to get taken down from YouTube, so hopefully you can't hear the recap clip here. No, but everything's been shown. This stream will just be me crying about Belgium missing out, really. I can't believe this. So Norway, Albania made it, as they should. Sweden made it, no surprise there. How did San Marino make it? I don't know. People don't like dance music? Well, San Marino made it. Iceland made it, yeah. As I expected anyway. The odds didn't, of course. The odds had Belgium, and Cyprus didn't make it either. Like, that goes a bit under the radar as well, of course. Like, Cyprus didn't make it with all of that ambition going into that performance. The recap clip they picked tonight, though, was horrendous. I don't know what they were doing there. They had a proper good recap clip yesterday during the dress rehearsal. Poland made it. Super happy about that, of course. San Marino making it. I don't get it. But congratulations, San Marino. I'm expecting a total of maybe 13 jury points for San Marino, perhaps. I don't know. Estonia. Yeah, I mean, we knew Estonia was going to go through. Portugal, though. I'm telling you, like, Portugal. All of this negativity about Portugal and, like, everyone saying that it's completely doomed. And I bought into it. I said, yeah, okay, they're going to finish 12th. Because people thought they were going to finish last in the semi-final. And here they are. They actually qualified. Along with Ukraine there at the end. Okay. What are we thinking about this? I'm not even sure. Have Eurovision World updated? Yeah, there we are. The 10 songs that qualified for the grand final. You got them on the screen there. I'll keep them on if I do that. Yeah, that looks perfect for you as well. Brilliant. I'll just keep that. I'm I'm shocked. I really am. I don't know what to say. What are your thoughts? All of you out there. 7 out of 10 horrible predictions. I guess I got 7 out of 10 as well. I missed that. Like, I thought Cyprus would finish 4th. I thought Belgium would finish 2nd. I mean, oh yeah, Flying the Wings of Love will be sung now, except it's changed with the lyrics to United by Music as the outro credits go. But yeah, the new qualifier announcement was unnecessary. Yeah, but at the same time, it gave me that vibe like, wait, one of Portugal, San Marino, and Azerbaijan is qualifying. Or no, not that. But it was like 3 countries that you didn't think were going to make it. And you're like, wait, one of them is making it? It actually threw that spanner in the works kind of a little bit. So, but did I get anything else wrong? Is it only Belgium and Cyprus? I think. The other ones missing out were, of course, Croatia and Azerbaijan and Slovenia, which I didn't think would make it, actually. So I had 2 wrong. But Belgium, I mean, what the hell just happened? I don't know. I do not believe this. Belgium. Like, there are so many people who have said, like, yeah, Belgium's, you know, that's not making it, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, am I watching a different performance? I mean, if we exclude Switzerland, which I think has the best performance of the bunch that we saw tonight, Belgium is my favorite performance. Albania close behind, but I honestly think Belgium was my favorite performance tonight. I don't get it. What did Belgium do? Oh, I have no words. There's so many people who are just speechless from this. But we did get Portugal, which I'm happy about. And a lot of people seem to be happy about that as well, which is awesome. The most surprising thing about it all, though... No, to be honest, Portugal is probably the most surprising thing because it just... No one thought it would make it. No one. Well, maybe 2, 3 of all of you thought so. But another one that really surprised me... I mean, San Marino. Out of nowhere. I thought, like, okay, but Belgium and Cyprus are, of course, going through. So San Marino's lost it now. And then San Marino going through. I've written off Portugal completely. As with most people, I would assume. Like, no one thought that would make it. Alright, thank you very much, Eurovision. Thank you. Like, wonderful show tonight, I think. The performances were fantastic. I love the stage. I love the kind of production around it. I think many things about the Eurovision this year is so promising about the actual show of it. I've told you many times that I'm not super excited about all of the songs competing this year, but when I watch the performances of them, they just kind of get elevated, you know, and I really enjoy majority of them, especially tonight. It's going to be interesting to see tomorrow, like on the dress rehearsal, if I will be equally positive towards all of the performances, because I like less songs competing tomorrow or competing on Thursday. So that's going to be interesting. I will of course be streaming that as well, so don't miss it. But yeah, I agree with you, Unknown. Where TF is Belgium? I'm not gonna get over this. This is one of the most absurd. The more I think about it, like I shouldn't think about it because I just can't comprehend it. I was so sure that it was gonna do well, and I was being a silly little optimist. And that bites you sometimes. That was shocking. Got to drive back to a hotel shortly. It was shocking. Drive safely. Don't crash from the shock and the surprise. This is making me so nervous for Australia. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that I think Australia is qualifying, because that could be a bad sign, because I was so sure on both Cyprus and Belgium. I don't know. Belgium at least did better than last year. The thing is, Olive, that we don't know if it did. It could finish last in the semi. We haven't got the results yet. Shocked that Portugal made it? Yeah. I'm positive about that, though. I'm really happy for Portugal that they made it. I thought, well presented, well performed. Cyprus wasn't shocking, even though it's my third. He didn't sell the song 100%, unfortunately. Yeah, I get it. Like, maybe I overestimated Cyprus. I just thought, like, the ambition with the performance, and in particular, when I saw the recap yesterday, the recap clip that Cyprus had then, it just screamed through the screen. You're just like, okay, wow, this is a proper grand moment. And then they changed the part of the track for today's recap. I don't know why, but they did. And it doesn't really make sense to me anyway. It felt like it lost a little bit on that. I wouldn't say that you can lose a qualification on a recap clip, but I'll put on my tinfoil hat, I suppose, in that regard. Very sad for Slovenia. With juries, he would have made it, I'm sure. Potentially, yeah. I think Slovenia, I think it definitely got a fair amount of points. Just wasn't enough. And if I'm completely honest, the more I think about it, like the show that we saw tonight, I think it was a decent semi-final. Like, tough competition to squeeze through here. The one that I just don't understand is San Marino. I'm sorry. Like, I'm happy for San Marino. Like, it's so cool that San Marino made it to the final. And it's a fun, upbeat song that I can get behind in that regard. But to me, watching that performance, it just screams like, yeah, this doesn't feel like a finalist, but here it is. I mean, there is, I suppose, a song every year where you feel like this doesn't feel like a finalist in my book, but here it is. What the hell just happened? Yeah, that's gonna be like the key sentence of everything here. The UK are onto something, because their song just became a kind of an iconic stamped just comment on Eurovision this year. I guess people did not connect with Red Sebastian as a performer. He moved awkwardly and his vocal was off tonight, to be fair. The vocals were worse today than they were yesterday. I agree. It did not feel as convincing, because he knocked it out of the park yesterday for sure. But like the performance, the staging of that, it should have been enough, I think. Should have been enough. San Marino benefited from having Italy able to vote for them. Yeah, but that's only 12 points. If they got the 12, which I assume they did. But I mean, you still need at least like 35, I would say, to qualify, right? I think San Marino's staging worked better than expected, but over Belgium is crazy. Yeah, maybe. I was a bit disappointed with the staging for San Marino, but you never really know, like, I don't know where my expectations were with that. I legit replied to your comment earlier today on ESC United, where you said predicting Belgium 6th still feels a bit low. Yeah, I did really think, like, because Matt, of course, from ESC United predicted Belgium to finish 6th in the semi-final, and I was like, nah, it's gonna do way better than that. It's coming for a top 3, and I just put it second in my odds, And here I am, looking very, very foolish, am I not? Belgium was 5th in the winning odds. Not anymore. I don't get it. That's the one that will just bother my mind. I mean, of course, the same thing happened last year, but last year everyone was kind of like, yeah, we get why Belgium didn't make it, because live it wasn't what we thought it would be. But surely this year, the live performance was not a disappointment, right? I don't think so. But Sweden's performance is the only one not uploaded yet. I mean, you could just watch the Melody Festival and performance anyway, you know. No, but they will get a bunch of views once it's uploaded. No rush, I suppose. Georgia surprise qualifying tomorrow. You never know. Like, that's something that speaks to me now after watching this. You can't write anyone off. Like, people wrote off Portugal entirely. Here we are. Portugal's in the final. I'm stoked about it, really. I was pretty sure that San Marino would make it, but not Iceland. Cyprus was a sure in Q2. The sound plus the staging were too off for me. Interesting to see how the votes will be distributed on Thursday. Agree with the final part there? Absolutely. It's going to be mad to follow along with the qualifier reveal on Thursday as well. But interesting, like the Cyprus to be a sure non-qualifier. I just didn't think that it was going to be like that, but like the more you think about it, I guess it kind of makes sense because vocally it wasn't, of course, as convincing as it probably should have been. And I guess like I did see, like when we chatted about the performances on Discord, people did say like the staging feels a bit pointless, and I mean I get it, you know. I just thought it was like it was gonna make it. I just thought. Pretty sure that San Marino would make it though. Like I didn't see that. I predicted it 14th. 14th. I will say one thing though about my prediction. I'm sure of two. Now I'm not sure, but I'm very, very confident that Sweden won this semi-final. Does anyone think anything else won? Perhaps Albania? Do we think that? I feel quite confident that Sweden won this. I also think that Azerbaijan finished and lost. I just have that feeling. Let me know what you think. Should we actually do like a predicted 11th to 15th? Let's do that after I've read some comments. We are all looking very foolish. Yeah, Matt is a nice guy. He's the sweetest, really. I think he does a really nice job in covering Eurovision and has been doing for so many years. It's admirable. Groot, I gave Belgium the dues. It's my fault. I cursed. Damn you, Andy. Right? Oh, I just lost all of the comments. It's crazy, like tonight's live stream gets quite a bit more traction because people want to talk about what we just saw, of course. Poland was incredible, at least. Agreed. Love Poland. Claude is the one to watch. He sold himself. Yeah, Netherlands was fantastic tonight. I agree. Much better than they were yesterday. He switched it on when it mattered. Albania sucked up all the votes for the red palette, leaving nothing for Sebastian. And then you laugh. Can't we get both? Why not both, you know? It was Red Sebastian's birthday today. Oh, it was today. I thought it was yesterday. That's not a good birthday present. If it makes him feel any better, he was my favorite tonight. Thank you, Red Sebastian, for a wonderful performance. I loved it. Groot, I kind of want the juries back in the semifinals now. I wanted that all along, but it is the way it is, and I get why it is the way it is. I mean, we want the popular televote songs, I guess, to be in the final. But when these things happen, you sit and think, if the juries were here, would this and this have made it? You can only speculate. Maybe Belgium wouldn't be a big jury favorite, even if it qualified. Maybe it wouldn't be a big favorite. But of course now, like with it not qualifying here, we know that, well, if it would have qualified tonight, it would obviously not have been challenging for the win because it doesn't have a televote support, which I'm still surprised by. Like I'm so surprised. Okay. Only Norway had a song completely in English that qualified. Wait, really? Wait. You're actually right. How is that? That's the craziest stat. I mean, obviously, a lot of songs this year are not in English, but that's a crazy stat. Thank you for sharing that, Vanya. That's actually crazy. We could have swapped. Well, we couldn't have swapped it with Belgium, of course, because Belgium's only in English. What could we have swapped it with? Not Slovenia, not Cyprus, not Azerbaijan. I don't know if those spoken words in Azerbaijan are they in a different language. Croatia's obviously all in English. Who else missed out? Slovenia, Croatia, Azerbaijan, Belgium. My head is spinning. Cyprus. Okay, so there was always going to be something very English qualify. Thursday I'm getting ready to lose at least a couple of songs I love. Today was not so bad. I'm the opposite. I don't have much to be excited about on Thursday, personally. Let's see. Someone's joking that Belgium's NQ is because last year the Belgian broadcaster interrupted the broadcast to protest Israel and Reb Sebastian's performance feature a Palestinian flag. Well, I mean, okay. Alright. He definitely got 11th. Who are we saying he? Johnny. Is that about Belgium? Okay, so, yeah, Lithuania, of course I'm rooting for Lithuania on Thursday. Yeah, of course. Azerbaijan over or under 6 points in the semi? 6 points is very little. I would assume they got more than that. I'm terrified for Lithuania. I've been very tentative about Lithuania qualifying from like when it was picked, to be completely honest, because it's a very niche kind of entry, I guess. Like a lot of people will be very underwhelmed and uninterested in it. And then there was people who are very vocal, like me, who love it. And we will just not stop talking about how great we find it to be. But how big is that group of these vocal fans of it? I don't know. I don't know. The moment when Slovenia, Portugal and Azerbaijan were shown on the triple screen, I immediately felt like wow, knowing that all of them were seen as quite certain NQs. Yeah, exactly. The same thing, of course, with when Iceland got announced. I think it was Iceland, Slovenia, and would it be Azerbaijan then again? I don't know. But all three of those were, of course, predicted to not qualify from the juries as well, or from the odds. Sorry. Go Finland. I mean, Finland's qualifying on. Well, I mean, I said that about Cyprus and Belgium, but Finland will make it. There is no way they will not make it. Come on, it's almost as safely going through as Sweden was tonight. Almost. I'm calling it Greece not qualifying on Thursday. Would that be like, maybe I'm just, you know, kind of ignorant, but I wouldn't be surprised, to be perfectly honest. But it's just because I've never really seen the appeal in the entry, I guess. But at the same time, I think there are other songs I'm more confident will not make it than Greece. I'll have to look into it when I'm watching the dress rehearsal tomorrow, because then I'll make my mind up. Lithuania is qualifying. We have all the countries who give us votes in our semi. Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. Well, I am Italian now, I guess. Okay, you be that, David. I would be less shocked Ukraine or Netherlands don't qualify instead of Belgium. Same. Like when they had the 6 final countries, I was like, Ukraine can't miss a final, can they? But that seemed more reasonable in my head than Belgium missing the final. I just... Okay, I'm gonna predict how the non-qualifiers finished. I gotta go with Belgium in 11th, like, surely. Or am I that far off with how much Belgium was appreciated? Or not appreciated, I guess. But like... Yeah, I'm guessing Belgium 11th. Should I go with probably... I'll go with Slovenia in 12th. And Croatia in 13th. Which means Cyprus 14th. Is that too harsh? Just feels like Cyprus completely fell flat on its face here. I was just sure that it was going to make it. So maybe Cyprus finished very, very low. Maybe that could have happened. Andy thinks Belgium 11th and Cyprus 12th. Yeah, maybe I should go with that. I don't know. Maybe I should just hang up my prediction boots or gloves or whatever you say. Because this did not go to plan. I mean, I still got 8 out of 10. So... Why was everything about Italy tonight? They showed Mahmood, Marco Mignoni, the Italian performance, Estonia, San Marino. I mean, 2 of them were, of course, songs that competed. And two of them, both Mahmoud and Marco Mangione, just showed up because they have a lot of streams and they didn't win. So, but yeah, we had a bunch of Italy appearing. Simon predicts Azerbaijan 15th, Slovenia 14th, Croatia 13th, Cyprus 12th, and Belgium 11th. Yeah. Not shocked at all that Cyprus didn't qualify. Yeah, maybe not. Like, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. The more I think about Belgium not qualifying, the less it makes sense. What if Belgium is last? I can imagine people hated it because it was a bit screechy. Last, come on. No. Hi guys, just wanted to let you know all my 10 favorites made it tonight. Well, I'm happy for you, Lucas, but Belgium did not make it, so I'm not happy. Belgium was my favorite. I'm trying to shed a tear over here, but I can't fake cry. It's not a tear situation, but it's still sad. So sad. One of Slovenia and Portugal was going through this semi was very high energy. Alright, maybe you're right. Groot, ESC Tom even said that Belgium's performance was a bit avant-garde compared to the rest. Maybe that lost the casuals. I don't know, like I can't think clearly about it, I guess. Because to me, it just felt like, yeah, this is the most impressive one. This is the one that people will remember. This is the one that just screams in your face of how much it is and how engaging it is. I don't know. I was surprised that Portugal qualified. Not that it's not good, but I didn't think it would have a wide appeal. Yeah, no one thought that. Was it last in the odds or was it second to last in the odds? I don't know. But yeah, that is a very big surprise. And they were surprised. You saw it when they were announced. They were like, wait, really? We actually made it? I'm super happy about them making it. I really am. Happy Iceland made it? Yeah, I am too. I think Iceland deserved to go through here. Not that it's, my favorite song, not that it's my favorite performance, but it's upbeat, it's fun, it's inviting, it's just... I think that it fits a purpose in the final. I don't think it's going to go particularly well for them in final, because there will be other things that the televote will vote for, and the juries will probably not reward it very highly. The Swedish jury probably will, because it seems like something we would get behind. But yeah. Yeah. Bora Bora Bastu just doesn't feel like a winner. I mean, if we're going to be like that... Do you think that... let me think of a good example here. Did you think that Running Scared felt like a winner? Did you think that I Wanna felt like... Maybe I Wanna actually did, because it had the costume change and whatnot. Did you feel like Rock and Roll Kids was a winner? In my heart, of course it is. If you ask Alekpan, it should burn in hell. No, but like sometimes winners don't feel like winners, but they end up being ones anyway. I mean, I didn't think Kai was gonna, like, Bora Bora Bastu was gonna be a Melody Festival and winner. That's a surprise on its own. See? Could happen. Cyprus looked way too messy, and that creepy smirk, like, I'm kind of not surprised. Yeah, the smirk, I don't know what they thought about that. It kind of took me a little bit back to Rhythm Inside from 2015. But like in Rhythm Inside, it didn't bother me. But Loic there obviously did a lot of strange faces for the camera as well. But I guess that wasn't as bad. Croatia was amazing. Knew it wouldn't make it, but he absolutely rocked that stage. Croatia didn't make it because of the song, I suppose. Like ambition-wise, in terms of the performance, I think they definitely nailed it. I admire what they did with the Croatian entry in terms of the performance. I think you're completely right. Contemplative in chaos. But I never clicked with the song personally. But I think that was a banger performance. I agree. It wasn't enough tonight though. My reactions were insane when San Marino qualified. I bounced. Kind of like Tommy Cash's Airplane, right? Didn't watch the semi to not spoil myself on the performances. Belgium out. I know, right? And Belgium, in my opinion, had the best performance of the lot. It does not make sense. Brain can't compute. Or however you say. Croatia was last in the odds, right? That might be true, actually. Croatia might have been below Portugal, actually. Portugal, oh my god, I screamed. Yeah, I think I did too. I don't remember. There was a lot of just surprising moments during this qualifier announcement. I don't know if I even dare to look back at this video or this stream. With Alabama on that one. With Rock and Roll Kids, I imagine that would be. Yeah, I mean, just like Francesco said, I didn't think that Netta would win in 2018 either. I didn't think that sounded like a winner. But, you know. The hosts were great too. I thought it was very funny and dynamic. Yeah, I'm fine with the hosts. I think I'm content with them. The Roger Federer gag, I think, is really... I didn't think that was funny, and they overdid it. It's like that kind of gag that you saw in Family Guy when you were 10 years old, of Peter saying "ah" and holding his knee for like a minute straight. And it's like, yeah, okay, this is funny because it's so absurd how dragged out they make it. But it's funny the first time. Now, like, we don't need to mention Roger Federer every time. We know he's Swiss. Okay. I'm nitpicking. I think they did a fine job. Yeah, it was a little bit stiff, in my opinion, but maybe it'll get better throughout the week, I would say. The only songs I don't like that qualified were Norway and Estonia. Rather swap Slovenia and Belgium. I would be very content with that. I mean, Estonia, I get why it's qualifying. Like, it's a fun song. I get the appeal. Norway, I have nothing... okay, I'm not going to say it like that. Now I'm sitting here and being bitter. I'm not going to be that. But Norway is just not a song for me. Or a performance for me. I'm very uninterested in it. I think it's kind of... meh. But congratulations, Norway. Making it into the final again, you know? They're on a bit of a streak. How many times have they qualified in a row now? Like, I can't think of the last time Norway missed a final. When was that? I mean, they got, like, Queen of Kings, and they had Ulveham, and they had Wolf a Banana. And what did they send in 2021? What did they send in 2021? Really? Have I forgotten it? Help me out. What did Norway send in 2021? Because, of course, Kano qualified, Alexander Rybak qualified. Okay, Icebreakers the last time they missed out. Yeah, that's almost 10 years ago. Almost. 2020, of course, didn't happen. But Attention was going to qualify, right? I think so, anyway. Oh, yeah, Fallen Angel was 2021. You're right. That's it. Thank you. Was there something... Sorry. I'm so tired of this cough. Was there something wrong or weird with the mixing tonight? I felt like the backing vocals were way too loud and the main vocals too low. During Bada Bada Basta, you could barely hear Axel's lines. I mean, it's a recurring thing. Like, people usually think the vocals, like the vocal mixing, isn't always the best. But I mean, that's because we have the standard being raised to the absolute maximum. Like, we always expect it to be incredibly perfect to the degree where it's almost impossible to make it that perfect. Anything that's an improvement over 2004, I'm taking it. And it did not bother me personally. If it bothered you or someone else, that's fine. Like, it's the way we are. But for me, it was completely fine. I did not think of it too much. Let's see. It's literally there in the Oslo Spectrum for MGP. The performance was absolutely insane live, but it never translated to cameras. Not in MGP, not now. About Lighter, I'm guessing. Swedish man gets asked to speak well about Norway. Physically incapable of doing it. Yes, of course. That's the reason. Oh, that's funny. Alright, Belgium, my heart is broken. Mine too. I'm so sad. The more I just think about it, I'm like, how are we not seeing Belgium on Saturday? How is it not? I can't comprehend it. The screen froze during Switzerland for everyone, George. Unfortunately, very, very sad and very unfortunate. It was like the best it is the best performance of the semi-final in my opinion. Just the camera work in it, the lighting, the framing. cinematography, the immersion that we feel. Is that a word, immersion? Or do you say immersiveness? Help the English teacher out a little bit here with this vocabulary, if you please. No, but it's the most beautiful performance of the lot, in my opinion. And it froze during that, like, the dramatic breakdown section. It's just unfortunate. But if everything works smoothly for the final, it's going to look incredible then. So, and I mean, the rehearsal clip that we got yesterday was fantastic. Didn't realize you were live. Hello there. Hello. Nice to see you. Good evening. Immersion. That's a word? Good. Either or. Both are words. Now I know. I think strobe lights is going to be Rendayad levels of looked back to when it comes to underrated entries. Yeah, but Rendayad finished 6th. There's a very big difference here. Strobe lights did not qualify and Rendayad finished in 6th place. You know? Vocals were low in the mix tonight. Yeah, overall, maybe they were. It did not bother me that much, but Norway was a bit too plain and predictable among all of them, but I'm happy for Kyle. Yeah, sure. Happy for anyone who qualifies, you know. It's fun for them. Like, cool, you got so much support all around Europe and the world, of course. So congratulations for sure. I just wish I liked the song more, but I don't, you know. This was probably the most shocking qualifier reveal in a long time, and I thought Semi 2 was going to be basically unpredictable. Yeah, that's the thing. People were like, from what I've read anyway, people were very confident of 9 of the qualifiers, and 2 of those 9, of course, didn't make it. Cyprus and Belgium. And those 2, I've said it over and over again, I had them as 2nd and 4th. Belgium will join Siren and Telemov. Okay, Andy. I'm buying Siren, for sure. But I mean, it's not really the same kind of non-qualifier. I mean, Siren and Telemovis are the songs that I don't really feel have that wider appeal, I guess, like a Strobe Lights has. I know Telemovis has a lot of fans, but I think the difference, considering my my level of appeal with Strobe Lights and Telemovis, it's quite severe. What is Siren? That would be Estonia 2010, Luis. Or, yeah, Luis. I didn't mean Rendayad, I meant Slovakia's Orechroni. That makes more sense, yeah. That makes more sense. I don't get the hatred on Ukraine qualifying, especially mentioning their staging, yet they also don't like the simplicity of Portugal staging. Happy both make it through. I'm happy both made it through as well. I'm not a fan of Ukraine's staging because I don't like this blinding, like, shimmer filter they got on it. But I like the song, so I'm content with them making it. It's just the fact that they were announced last, I guess, that makes them kind of an easy target to look down upon or to, like, complain about, because they were announced last. And that is, of course, you put yourself in a position where you can get attacked because of that. Yeah. Actually like this new format. Sorry. The thing is, yesterday I thought it was so pointless when I watched the dress rehearsal, but today, because of these moments where you felt like, because of the fact that the qualifiers were so unpredictable, it actually did add a little bit. Because when you see San Marino, Slovenia and Azerbaijan lining up next to each other, you don't think any of them is making it, and now one of them has to make it. In those moments, you're just like, okay, this actually works. So maybe I should just take back my words, you know? But we need it to be unpredictable for this to work. So, yeah. Ukraine was fantastic. I love the Vidbir version and tonight's version too. Hey, all more power to you. I think the Vidbir version is really great. This performance, not my thing. This gives me the impression that anything could happen. Georgia could qualify out of nowhere because the vocals are good. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it will happen, but I also did not think San Marino would make it. I had them 14th in my prediction. I have to reluctantly agree that this new format made it more exciting. Yeah. It's kind of weird. I was so sure that I wasn't gonna like it, but now praying for my country, Greece, to qualify. I wouldn't mind Greece qualifying, but I wouldn't be sad if it doesn't. But for your case, John, I'm keeping one set of fingers crossed for you, and the other one I'm keeping crossed for. I don't know what song, for Lithuania. Yes. Love the little cameo from Petra in the interval. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of Petra Mede in Eurovision? Lovely. If Australia doesn't qualify, I'll sulk all day. I'll still stay optimistic about Australia qualifying, for sure. That's possible to see Portugal second in the running order. Don't give them any thoughts. No. I haven't even started to think about that. Like, okay, who are they gonna give number 2 in the running order? I'm just wrapped up in everything else here. They're not putting Portugal second in the running. They're not allowed to. That's like a cop-out. Like, oh, what slow song that doesn't have that many fans do we have here? No, Portugal. Yeah, let's just throw it in at number 2. I'd rather you just randomize the running order, to be honest, than always like just putting something that you think has no chance in number 2. They did well last year. They put Ukraine in second in the running order last year. They should do something like that as well. Put Sweden. I dare you. I dare you to put Sweden second in the running order. Do it. Sweden don't need to win again, but if they do, they will become the first to win from number 2 in the running order. Try it. I'm manifesting it. Now we need to put Sweden second in the running order. That's my wish. It's my demand. Nothing else is accepted now. Yep. Not Sweden? Yes, Sweden. Sweden second in the running order. We need to test the theory of if number 2 is actually the death slot. Put Norway second. Okay. Norway can be third. It's not a good spot to be in either, you know. Albania number 2, the running order like in the good old days. Let's not. Just wish Kai represented Finland. Why? I mean, the song is in Swedish, you know. Finno-Swedish, but still, it's in Swedish. I mean, Finland has a pretty good entry on their own, you know. Who could open the final? Sweden. No, who could open the final? Out of the ones that qualified tonight, I mean, Iceland is a good opener, but they've already opened the semi-final, so don't do that. Estonia will not open. Come on, no, they're not. They're not throwing that at us immediately. I don't think so. Could they open with Ukraine? Maybe. No, that's too. Maybe that's too like niche to open with. They're obviously not opening with Portugal. We can count that out. Netherlands? No. Would they do Netherlands? Maybe. Norway could be an opener. Yeah, sure. Poland as a closer? That would be... Why not? Why not? San Marino opener? I don't know. I don't know if San Marino could really open it. It's just an anthem for Italy, you know? Belgium as an opener? Yes! Introduce a 27th entry. Number 1 up, Belgium. Belgium opening the final. Let's make it happen. Like a wild card, yeah, exactly. Armenia? Yeah, if Armenia makes it, I could see Armenia opening, for sure. It's accessible. So yeah. I would have said Cyprus as an opener. Well, that's not happening. Put Germany second half, please. Why? Does it really, like, is it an advantage to be in the second half? I don't know. If we have more surprise NQs, UK should open. To just clarify what the hell just happened during the week. Opener being the second Italian song, never mind, I'm still in 1956. What? Opener being the second Italian song, never mind, I'm still in... I don't get it, John. I'm slow. Sorry. It's past midnight, you know? Belgium was insane. Finally, we had a song for all the rave techno club fans, and I thought it would be winning, like in 2021 when Måneskin won for the rock lovers. Belgium made rave fans very proud. I sign under on everything you said there. Can you really imagine? Like I said that I thought it could win. I just don't get it. I don't think I've ever been this surprised over a qualifying announcement. I can't remember the last time I was this shocked about something missing out, because I was just so sure. If Latvia makes it, maybe they can be an opener. It doesn't feel like that's an upbeat song, like upbeat enough to open. Usually they put something very upbeat to start things off, you know? Latvia last year comes close. It does, but I don't think there was really anything. Okay, so obviously Belgium was predicted to qualify before we saw the live performance, but after we saw that, I don't think there was anything that really challenged Latvia. Like, I don't think that any of the other ones really felt like, oh yeah, this one's definitely making through. There was nothing from that semi-final that was super surprising that it missed out. Of course, Latvia didn't qualify as number 10, if I remember correctly, so that was that's a part of it as well, of course. But yeah, I don't really think that semi-final had many songs that missed out that really felt like they would qualify outside of Belgium. Then let's make Switzerland host again. Honestly, I mean, I would not mind if Switzerland wins on Saturday. That would be incredible. But yeah, it would be tough for everyone who attended this year to attend next year as well with the economy, you know. Loved Italy's performance. The lyrics were beautiful and the staging was simple but honest. I'm not. I haven't been able to connect myself with the Italian song, and the performance. It was fine. It was very much like the same thing as the Portuguese performance. Really, it was just being performed very honestly and very professionally. So kudos for that. The difference for me, I guess, is that I enjoy the Portuguese song more than I enjoy the Italian one. But I'm happy you liked it, Luis. Malta opener makes sense. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'm hoping for Malta to not qualify after tonight's result. I mean, I've been hoping for that for an eternity, but they're probably qualifying. Groot, are you doing our voting reveal? I haven't planned on it, to be honest. Should we do that? I haven't talked to Darren today. Only via the open chat in general. I predict that Portugal was not the borderline qualifier, but rather ended up 8th or higher. Could be the case. What do we think was the borderline qualifier then? San Marino? I'm thinking San Marino. Like, San Marino did not sail through the semi-final. I refuse to believe that would be the case. I don't think they did. I think San Marino was probably 10th. Going on tonight's result, Ireland are qualifying and probably winning Eurovision. Okay, let's settle down over there. Has to be San Marino. Yeah, everyone's saying. Okay, I'm saying everyone. 3 people think San Marino. 4. Okay. What do we think was the 10th qualifier? Just ask that. Portugal may now be a dark horse this year. Yeah, the thing is, jurors, could they get behind Portugal? I mean, we have I'm not going to say like it's the same thing as Love Is On My Side, but it's, you know, the same kind of calm and kind of classy thing with a band doing their thing. You even got the little guitar solo in there, you know? And that, of course, did very well with the jurors. I think Portugal was 10th. We probably got 10 to 12 points from Spain and Switzerland. Yeah, but San Marino only got 12 from Italy, right? Where did the other points for San Marino come from? Très intéressant. Camera work this year is all over the place. For some of the songs, I suppose I wasn't that distracted by it tonight, to be honest. I mean, the camera work of Croatia was all over the place, but that was intentional and effectively done. But some of the songs had super convincing camera work, I think. Belgium being one of them. Switzerland, of course, being the main one, which didn't have any edits. Netherlands being another one that had good camera work. I still find the zoom out and the camera edit to be very unnecessary. Why do we need to see the full stage? It's intimate the way it is. So I don't know. Could have been Iceland qualifying as number 10. I said it earlier today. I think Iceland was pretty safely going through here. Like maybe not, with a huge margin, but I don't think they were. I never really thought that Iceland would miss out. I've been very confident about Iceland qualifying for quite some time, and in particular when I've seen the rehearsal clips, I was like, yeah, Iceland's going through. I've been set on that, and I don't think they finished 10th. I think they finished maybe like 7th or 8th or something like that. Is there a way for a Czechia non-qualification? I think so. The rehearsal clip that we saw was not convincing in my eyes anyway. It felt like there was nothing really to it. Maybe there will be more happening later on into the song. Like, it has a huge finale, of course, and that could be like a moment where you really kick the song and the performance into gear. But at the moment, I'm not counting it out. I think it could absolutely miss out. You were also confident about Belgium, though. Touche. Yeah. And Cyprus. It's crazy. That's just what I can say over and over again. It's crazy. Also, what was Hazel wearing? Our commentator said she looked like the Great Barrier Reef. It's a nice similarity, I guess. I'm not the fashion guru, but it definitely is an outfit that will be remembered. No, I want us to qualify. I don't know who us is. Is it Czechia? Annie? Because we're talking about Czechia, so I'm guessing it is. I want Czechia to qualify as well. I think the song is definitely among the stronger in semi-final 2. But I thought that Azerbaijan had one of the best songs in semi-final 1. And if the performance ain't good, the performance ain't good. Let's see, what else have we got? Maybe they will begin the final with a ballad this time, like in 2012. No, I don't think they're doing that. That's still a very strange opener, of course, with Engelbert Humperdinck coming up early on, or first up. Someone's exciting here. Daniele Clementi. Hi, Groot. Portugal happy. Yeah, stoked about Portugal. Sad about Belgium. But yeah, very happy for Portugal. Prince will ditch the red after what happened to Belgium. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing to do. Maybe you should reconsider your color choices. A lot of the red songs. How many red songs qualified? I mean, Sweden obviously has the second verse is very much in red, and Albania has a bunch of red. The other ones, though, they're not particularly red, are they? No, they're not. Hi guys, what did I miss? Oh, you missed the most absurd voting. No, not the most absurd voting, but the most surprising qualifier reveal of my life, Rodmorg. I still can't comprehend it. Belgium should have picked Mentissa to begin with. I really liked her song too, but I disagree. I think Strobe Lights was a perfect entry. And I'm so sad I don't get to see it on Saturday. But I could do, at 20:50 or 20:55 at night, I can watch the performance of Strobe Lights and just imagine that it's in the mix, Yeah, I'll just do that. Just need Lithuania and Latvia though, Baltic full house. Yeah, I think one thing I'm actually rooting for that is a bit uncertain, of course, at the moment. I really want Denmark to qualify. That sounds crazy, like a Swede wanting Denmark to qualify. I know how crazy it sounds. But Denmark have not qualified for a long time. And I think that the song that Denmark have sent this year, and the performance, and the performer, deserves to be in the final. So yes. And that would mean all of the, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, and Finland, all of them qualifying. But I really want Denmark to go through. I've already, confirmed Finland is going through, of course. Austria is definitely qualifying as well. Yep. Austria and Finland are the ones I'm very, very confident about on Thursday. Is there anything else? I mean, Malta's going through. I'm guessing. What else is in? I'm gonna take a look at semi-final 2 here. Also hoping for Denmark. Yeah. Good to see other people also wanting to see it go through. Let's see. Eurovision 2025 semi-final 2. Let's take a look at what songs are in here. So Australia. Okay, I'm confident about Australia actually. About as confident as I was about Cyprus, I guess. But yeah, still. Montenegro, I don't think are making it. Ireland, bit on the fence with that one. Latvia, not sure. Armenia, I'm thinking Armenia is making it. It seems accessible enough. Austria, sailing through. Greece, not sure. I think they're making it, but I would not be surprised if they miss out. Lithuania, I'm hoping they make it. Not so sure if they will. Malta, I'm quite confident will go through. Georgia, quite confident they will not go through. Denmark, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's go Denmark. Czechia, unsure, need to see the full performance to really speak my mind on that. Luxembourg, I'm torn. I'm not a fan, it has an appeal. Could qualify. Israel, we know it's qualifying. Serbia, could qualify. Do we think they'll still mop the floor with him? Finland, sailing through. Those are the songs in second semi-final. Yeah, Finland and Austria, Israel and Malta. No doubt in my mind that they're going through. At the moment, anyway. If Australia qualifies, I'll be throwing tables. Come on! It's not my song either, but the performance looks very very fun. I think it's one of those performances that you won't be able to look away from. However, I don't think you were able to look away from Belgium either. And imagine Australia, Finland, and Denmark all qualify. Perfect pot for them. Oh yeah, they're in the same pot. Yeah, that's true. I could see that happening. Very creepy, you mean? You be the judge. Greece has an audience, but the performance is very static. Yeah, I agree. Hear me out on Israel, bad vocals. I don't think that will matter, Johnny, and you know why. Praying Latvia is the dark horse this year. Could be. Could be. It's just, to me, it feels like a song that's very, I guess, niche again. Like, it feels like there's a set group of people who will really gravitate towards it. But is that group of people large enough? It's the kind of the same thing as with Lithuania, I feel. Imagine if somehow Catharsis end up winning and we suddenly get Vilnius 2026. Yeah, can you go back to planet Earth, John? Because you're not here right now. Let's be real. Let's not get our hopes up for that, because I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. Isn't Portugal already the dark horse? I suppose, yeah. I suppose. Just got home and I haven't heard of the results, even when I don't care about spoilers. Well, now you see them on the screen right there. Sorry. Does anything scream at you? If not, I can scream at you. Lithuania will get 14th like we usually do. If Lithuania get 14th, I would be positively surprised. I don't think it's getting that high. That would be a good result. I would be content with that. I would be very happy with it, actually. This is crazy, isn't it? Still so surprised. Afraid Lithuania will get 20th to 25th. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking as well, if they make the final. Judging by YouTube views, likes and comments, and when the official videos were posted, Albania are definitely the dark horse. Yeah, among Eurovision fans, what does my mom think of that song? Probably not very positively. I'm just having a feeling like Sweden's probably not the country that will vote for it. But I want to be wrong, of course I do. But yeah, I can imagine, like, Albania is obviously very heavily liked within the Eurovision fan base, but will, you know, the normal people at home, will they go for it as well? I think it was very engaging to watch tonight. The performance was brilliant, perfect, everything I wanted it to be. You just don't know how others will receive it. Groot, where do you see Germany finishing? It really depends. How will it sound? I will get back to you on this one once I've seen the performance tomorrow night. But I don't know. At the moment I don't think they're doing better than they did last year. But of course they did get 12th place last year. At the moment, if the vocals, like if the vocal performance isn't convincing, I'm saying 17th, 19th. I don't think it's bottom 5, but it's towards there, I would say. But if it's performed very, very well live, top 10. Yeah. Dance bangers clearly out of fashion this year. Yeah, that's a fair point. Will people be receptive towards Germany if they're not receptive towards Belgium? Or, now that Belgium's out and Cyprus is out, maybe there's more room for this genre to be Germany to get that appeal, I guess. I'm just kind of grouping songs together now. Maybe that's a bit unfair, but yeah, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, I guess. Spain's performance was rather boring, honestly. I liked the chaoticness of Benidorm Fest more. It felt very forgettable. Spain kind of passed me by tonight, I gotta say as well, yeah. But maybe it's because they were so early on and you still, like, you don't vote for them anyway. Switzerland was really the one that stuck with me because I love the song and I love the performance they did. Spain, yeah, might not do too well. I mean, Spain are kind of used to not doing that well. Well, Chanel wasn't that long ago, but yeah. I don't think Spain will do particularly well this year. But I think, you know, they're fine with that. I would assume anyway. The important thing about like Spain is the fact that the people got to pick their entry and the people can get behind and support it. So I think that's important for Spain as well. That like the Spanish people have a say in what they want to send, and it's less about the result and more about being proud of your entry, I would say. Slovenia had a pleasing performance, very emotional. Agreed. I just think the song was a bit on the slower side. It did not really maintain the level of interest, I suppose, throughout the full 3 minutes for everyone. Some people will be very touched by it and listen to every word, and some people will find it to take a bit too long to actually get going. I would think. Pace to be different in this game. I think Cyprus and Belgium cancelled each other out. Potentially. But then my whole reason for predicting Slovenia to qualify was that it was the only true ballad, so who knows. Maybe Portugal got a few of the votes from Slovenia. Another calm song, you know. People really didn't care for English this year. Yeah. Groot, you need to think like a Mediterranean person. Albania can win. You haven't convinced me yet. What did you think of the stage design / camera work? Camera work, a bit inconsistent. Some songs had immaculate camera work because the stage director have been brilliant for those entries. Some of them have a bit of random camera work here and there, but nothing awful. The stage design, love it. I've said it before. This is one of my favorite stages ever. I think it looks fantastic, particularly with this outer box or like the window or whatever you want to call it, and the catwalk connecting the two parts of the stage. I love the way that that's used. I think the LED screens on the floor, they're utilized very well as well. Everything looks massive, and from what I've understood, the arena is actually not that big. So that's just kind of a fun little part of it as well. I'm very, very happy about how everything looks this year. It's a frame. Got it, Darren. I'll start calling it a frame. When's the draw for the running order for the final for these successful semi-finalists? Haven't got a clue. Do you think a Balkan wipeout is still in the cards? Oh yeah, wow, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, Slovenia and Croatia out today. And tomorrow and on Thursday, I mean, we could get rid of No, but well, wait, is Albania not considered a Balkan country? Maybe they're not. Sorry, maybe that's incredibly inconsiderate of me. But like Greece is obviously considered a Balkan country. So I was just kind of assuming, like geography-wise, it would make sense in my head that Albania would be considered one as well. But maybe it's not. But like, obviously Montenegro and Serbia, I don't think either of those are very safe in qualifying either. And I'm not sure on Greece either, you know. Bulgaria not participating anymore. North Macedonia not competing anymore. Romania not competing anymore. Albania is considered a Balkan country. Okay. Okay then. Malmö stage was more versatile. Basel feels more alive though. Is it really bad of me to say that I don't really remember the stage layout from last year? The thing is, like with last year, I was so tuned out of Eurovision last year. I have to be honest. I was just sad thinking about it. I didn't really want much to do with it, and I guess I didn't really pay attention to these details. I feel better about it this year. Serbia will qualify with the power of aunties and wine moms. Okay, sure. I'll trust you on that one, maybe. Also like the post-performance less formal camera on the singers as they walk off the stage captures some of the emotion. I agree. I like that concept as well. It's very nice. The draw is supposed to happen now, but I don't know. Wait, the draw is supposed to happen now, but I don't know. What does that mean? So it's not happening now? You don't know if it's happening now, but you say that it's happening now? I don't get it. Last year's stage was this year's host country's flag, remember? No, I don't remember. That's kind of the problem. Wait, so like the floor was shaped like a cross, or what do you mean? When do they release the points from the semi-final non-qualifiers? When everything's released. So after the final. And they will reveal the points for those at the same time as they reveal the points for the qualifiers. The only year, at least in my head, maybe they've done it more than once, but 2004 they revealed the points for the non-qualifiers. But that is of course 21 years ago. I don't think they did it in 2005 and 2006, but I could be wrong. But yeah, in 2004 they did. No, it's after semi 2. Oh, do you mean like the running order? They announced it after semi-final 2? That would make more sense, to be honest. Bring back to 2014-15 type of stages, not gonna lie, I still love this year's stage. 2014 is one of the most eye-catching ones and one of the most beautiful ones in my opinion. Love that one. Love it, love it, love it. Just saw someone who loved Ukraine staging. Interesting. I mean, it is a divisive one. I think there are definitely people who will like it. It's just not for me. I can show my parents these songs like tomorrow and will give you all my results. Yes, please do. Update us with what your parents think. And I mean, the most interesting ones, I suppose, would be Albania, really. That's a very interesting one to figure out what a person who's not invested in Eurovision thinks about it, I guess. You're underestimating people's dopamine of saying Tavu over and over again. Sure. Yes, I remember seeing the 0 for Switzerland in 2004 after the semi. Yeah, exactly. Really enjoy the light bars that goes up and down as used for the Belgian performance. Yes. More positive things about the Belgian performance, and I agree. I think that looked great as well. Mother liked Netherlands and Slovenia. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, both are quite accessible, I would say. When I think of Bird of Prey, I don't think pink. That's all I say. Yeah. It's not all pink. There's a lot of pink, but yeah. My mom liked Ukraine staging and song a lot. Very old school, she said. Okay, yeah. At least there's no technical faults with the stage like there were with 2018 and 2022. No, instead we got the camera mishap on Switzerland's performance. We need to just eliminate that first. That's crucial right now. And the second crucial thing is to make sure that we get Belgium into the final somehow. Usually they do the draw after the semi-final. Semi-final 1 does after semi-final 1, and semi-final 2 does the final draw after semi-final. Oh. Well, I guess we'll find out. Not sure if I will be staying up for that though. Like, of course, I need to work tomorrow. I'm sure many of you do as well. People are starting to drop off more and more. However, we've had a lot of people tuning into this stream, which is incredible. Thank you very much for being a part of the very interesting and hype setting of Eurovision that's here, you know. Andra chansen for Belgium. Yes, let's make it happen. As a French, what do you think about France's chances of winning this year? Well, I'm not French, but I'm guessing that you mean that you are. Winning. I need to see it first. It doesn't, like, song-wise, it doesn't feel like a winner to me, but Belgium felt like a winner to me. You know, like, it's I don't know why you ask for my thoughts on these things. Like, if you think this will happen, what I think will not end up being the case. Thank you, love your content. Thank you very much, CSCUSA. Very, very kind of you to say. I appreciate it. It's like, you know, when people say that they enjoy what you do, that's really the reason why you keep doing it. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years now. I don't know how, but it's been that long, trust me. I obviously haven't done streams and stuff like for that long, but I've done streams for over 2 years. And those 2 years just flew by. I need to look back at like the first stream I made on my channel, like just look at the camera quality, my very skillful editing, my you know, just the casual vibes of everything going on in the first stream. I will probably watch it for about 5 seconds and then I feel the need to turn it off. Group Division 2025, whenever we do it, might have Belgium in the final. Our qualifier results from tonight will be more favorable to Belgium, etc. Yeah, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Crew Division 2025. Yeah, that I'd have no idea where that's gonna happen. Very far into the future, I would imagine. Someone just okay, I need to check this actually. So my friend Stuart McLean made a video today about the semi-final one, first impressions and whatnot, and I wrote in the comments because I think he predicted Belgium to not qualify. But he might have done, but like borderline. So I wrote a comment on his video and I said that he has to join the Belgium hype train. I beg you just to give me some comfort that it will do super well. And someone just replied to the comment and just said that this didn't last well. And no, it did not. I just keep getting reminded of the misery of Belgium's non-qualification tonight. Your old camera quality might look like Ukraine's fantasy filter. Looks even worse. Don't look at your clothes. I still own all of those clothes, Alipan. You don't need to worry. If you all want to go to bed, I'll provide updates on running order announcements if they get announced. Thank you. That's sweet. That's very kind of you to make sure that we are all in tune when we wake up tomorrow morning. Wish I could be there for the past Eurovision watch-alongs though. I mean, we're going to do a season 2, so be around for those. We'll start from 1956 all over again when this year's Eurovision is over, you know. And stick around. Regarding your past streams, I still remember when you ended a stream with Behöver inte dig idag, and I've been mesmerized ever since. I don't remember when I did that, but it sounds like something I could do. It's probably like one of the Melody Festival and watch-alongs, I would imagine anyway. It feels like feels fitting for a Melody Festival and thing. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? 2021. I think it finished, I want to say that it finished 6th in the final, maybe 5th even. At least you now have a very easy answer to the most robbed non-qualifier question. Well, I mean, what if Lithuania doesn't make it on Thursday, Andy? I mean, I would probably still say Belgium, but I don't like. I get it if you would also say Lithuania, you know. All right. Seems like my throat is definitely giving up on me here. Season 2, yes, can't wait to see Udo Jürgens win 3 times in a row. Hopefully, I don't think he will, but hope is the last thing that leaves you, right? You began streaming at 2023 and still remember you raged that Southern Lights non-qualified. Did I really rage? I very rarely rage. But obviously I was very, very sad when that happened. But I was kind of prepared for it, if I remember correctly anyway. Personally, I don't mind Lithuania not qualifying. I do. But I'm prepared for it. Oh, wait, okay, here we go. G-Way the Lemon came in here to update us on Ukraine drawing the first half. So I guess it's happening right now. Where can... is it possible to see this somewhere? G-Way the Lemon. Only Groot Rage moment I remember is the pillow thing. Yeah, and that came from a hefty donation. I don't remember what the amount was. I think it was Rotmorg who sent a donation that time. I'm preparing myself for Lithuania doing in Belgium. Yeah, and how sad is it that we have to prepare ourselves for that? Incredibly sad. How many songs will we miss? ESC, Discord, Twitter. Okay, wait. Let me put that up on. Well, I don't really. Do I have a Twitter account? Let's let's. If I open Twitter, am I on logged in on something? I am not. And I think Twitter is one of those pages that you can't read it if you don't have an account. I'm not creating an account. Just update me in the chat with what's going on. I said that Ukraine's first half like 10 minutes ago. Oh, so Ukraine is the only one that have drawn, and that was 10 minutes ago. I'm not staying up for this then. There's no way. But okay, Ukraine first half. Could they be put first in the running order? Maybe. Putting my red t-shirt back in the cupboard, but still a proud Belgian here. Should be a proud Belgian over what I saw tonight. Like that I'm rewatching that performance. It should not be a non-qualifier. I refuse to believe the fact that it is. I think it's dumb. Okay. Between Red Sebastian or Southern Lights, which one is the most shocking / sad? The most shocking is Red Sebastian. The most sad is Southern Lights, for me anyway. That's how I would put it. But I'm very, very sad about Strobe Lights as well, of course. They're drawing in reverse order. Ukraine were the last to be qualified. So then Portugal will be the next one to draw them. Should we be worried that if Portugal draw first half, they're going to get number 2? No. They're not allowed to put Portugal second. I would not be okay with that. You're not allowed to do it. Simple as that. Should we say that that's everything for tonight, though? I feel like my throat needs a rest. And of course, I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow. So if you want to join me for that, I will be streaming the dress rehearsal live. You won't be able to see anything, of course. But I'll tell you all about it, and I'll tell you what I think of everything going on. If you're interested in that, if you want no spoilers, I do not suggest tuning in for the live stream. Or you could just tune in, say hi, and then leave. You're free to do that. But stop speaking into existence. What does that even mean? Okay. I want them to put Sweden second to prove a point. I agree. I want them to do it. Sweden will be perfect to put in second spot in the running order. Do it. To quote Shia LaBeouf, just do it. And with that, I say good night to all of you. Have a very good one. I will see most of you tomorrow, I suppose. So take care of yourselves, and good night.